There's a wise old saying that too many cooks spoil the broth, but in the case of The Middle by Zedd, Maren, Morrison, Gray, and written with the help of several others, the saying should go more like, with so many cooks, why did nobody think to add more potatoes? Join me and my wildly enthusiastic co-host for a riveting discussion about why The Middle is such a well-made song but for one glaring omission. That's this week on American Popular Song Today. Hit it! Let's start with the good things. Don't you love the way the music in the chorus does what the lyrics say? Listen to the first line and you'll see what I mean.
Oh baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle?
Melodically, the word middle is cleverly set right in the middle. She goes high for the words just meet.
Why don't you just meet?
Then goes low for the next three words.
Why don't you just meet me in the...
Before coming up to a middle pitch for the word middle.
Why don't you just meet me in the middle?
Music and lyrics usually support each other in some way. Not for nothing that we tend to call the relationship between them a marriage. But it's a neat trick when more than just complementing each other, the music and lyrics actually imitate each other. Just a few examples. When Jackie Wilson sings "Your love keeps lifting me higher and higher," the melody actually imitates the words and climbs higher and higher. Something similar happens in "Love Lifts Us Up Where We Belong." The melody begins to rise, imitating the lifting described in the lyrics. Of course, melodies that go up can also come down. A great example is in "Don't Let Me Down" by the Chainsmokers featuring Daya.
Don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
So we can go up, we can go down. What else can we do? Well, the melody can stop when we say stop. It can go slowly when we say to go slowly.
Para que te acuerdes si no estás conmigo. Despacito. Quiero desnudarte a besos despacito.
Katy Perry can even make it roar when the lyrics say to roar. And then coming into that last chorus, just absolutely roaring.
I got the eye of the tiger, dancing through the fire.
Of course, the music and lyrics don't have to imitate each other, but that's all the more reason why there's a special pleasure when they do. There's also a special pleasure when recognizing the meaning of the word. The music does the exact opposite of what the lyrics say. My favorite example these days comes from the musical Hamilton. When King George says "Oceans rise, empires fall," we might expect the notes to go up on rise and down on fall, but listen.
Oceans rise, empires fall.
Whether by instinct or choice, Lin-Manuel Miranda has sent the lyrics and music in opposite directions, and it seems to make the phrase even more enjoyable. Ever a treasure trove of good ideas, Hamilton also has a great example of the music doing exactly what the lyrics say.
Rise up when you're living on your knees, you rise up.
With all of that in mind, it's easy to see why we get so excited to hear the word middle set in the middle. What other songs can you think of where the music does what the lyrics say to do? Think about it, put it in the comments, let's get a list going. Another great thing about this number is how well the music and lyrics in the opening verse help us to understand the singer's state of mind. Listen to the opening lines and tell me if you agree that they're pretty disorienting.
Take a seat, right over there, sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive.
Only 4 words in, the verb tenses shift from present to past. Take a seat, sat on the stair. Then there's that bizarre line about the bare cabinets.
The cabinets are bare.
Why are they bare? Is there a food shortage? Was there a robbery? Even the music is a little disjointed. We have offbeat rhythms.
Just how we got.
Descending scales that keep circling back.
Right over there. Cabinets are bare into this mess.
I mean, it's an odd beginning. By the time she says, "I'm unaware just how we got into this mess," I'm thinking, yeah, me too. But that's why I think it's so brilliant. The disjointedness in the opening lines creates in us the very same sense of frustration and confusion that the singer herself is feeling in the aftermath of a big fight with her lover. Now, confusing the listener is rarely a good approach, but creating some confusion in the opening lines here is forgivable because the confusion is so quickly dispelled, musically and lyrically. Lyrically, by the time we get to the very first line in the chorus, we know what's going on here. There's been a big fight, but she's unwilling to let her lover go, even though he's not willing to meet her halfway. Even the cabinets are explained in verse 2. The cabinets are bare because she and/or her lover have been throwing dishes at each other during the fight.
And dishes are broken.
Musically, the disjointedness in the verse settles into something more solid in the pre-chorus, when her attention becomes less frantic and more focused just on her feelings about her lover.
So pull me closer, why don't you pull me close?
So we come through that opening confusion alright, but just like the singer have now been through something jarring, which helps us to appreciate her state of mind. I think it's a pretty neat effect. Introducing confusion into a song is really playing with fire, but these writers have managed to do it without getting burned. Finally, all you APSTers know that Teddy and I are always particularly interested in the bridge. This one is a huge success for one reason. It moves the story forward. Earlier in the song, in the pre-chorus, the singer asks her lover to come over.
Why don't you come on over?
In the bridge, he shows up!
Looking at you, I can't lie, just pouring out admission.
By starting the bridge with the lines "looking at you," it's clear that the lover she was talking about has materialized, and that changes everything. For what? Sit down, buddy. For one, we won't hear the pre-chorus again, no reason to ask him to come over if he's already there. For another, the appearance of her lover in the bridge means we're no longer hearing her internal monologue. Now we're getting her actual speaking voice, and that means the new, tight, exciting rhythms and the climbing pitches we're hearing in the bridge aren't just variety for variety's sake, they represent a shift in the voice. I'm not above bribery. The shift from the singer's internal monologue to her speaking voice also gives greater meaning to that gentleness we hear when we come out of the bridge into the chorus again.
Come over, pull me edges, oh baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle?
Why bring the chorus down? Why not just do it the way we've done it before? Because having gone through the bridge, things are different now. The lover is here, so for the first time in the song, she's saying it directly to him. And that's why we get the same text with new musical treatment. I love the middle because there's so much more storytelling than it lets on. Wake up! Wake up! Teddy! Don't you sleep? We're live! But nothing's perfect, and this song is no exception, starting with that awful tick-tock noise that begins and persists throughout the number.
Take a seat, right over there, sat on the stairs, stay or leave.
Tick-tock usually implies that time is passing or we're waiting for something, but I don't get the sense that either of those things is what the song is about. Sure, time is passing, but that's not really the point. It's like you wouldn't put a gunshot sound in a song if you didn't want us to think about a gun, so don't put the tick-tock sound in a song unless you want us to be waiting for something, because all we end up waiting for is an explanation. But the big issue with the song is the chorus. It is so skimpy. You might not notice that it's skimpy because there's the pre-chorus, which adds some substance, and the thing does go on for some time, 35 seconds. But there are really only 2 lines here. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? And I'm losing my mind just a little. Then we repeat the first line, then we repeat the whole thing. With all the people who had their hands on this number, did no one notice that the chorus is as bare as the cabinets? Did no one think, just say more? I suspect the rhyme is partly responsible. Even though there are plenty of other words that could rhyme with middle or little, think about what would happen if they actually did continue that rhyming sound. Iddle is one of those funny sounds best used in moderation. Too much iddle would make the song start to sound silly, and just the cows jump away from hey diddle diddle the cat and the fiddle. Did the dish run away with the spoon? The cabinets are bare. Perhaps someone should check the cutlery drawer. Nope, all good. Anyway, here's an idea. Use another rhyming sound for the second half of the chorus. Go ahead, do the first half just like you planned, but then introduce a new rhyming sound in the second half rather than just copying and pasting. In the middle, baby, we could be together if you wanna. Whatever. Just something new that gives us more to chew. Maybe even something that explains what they need to meet in the middle about. Obviously, there's a lot I like about this number, and the middle is a top 10 hit right now. But I don't see it lasting in our cultural imaginations very long. We will all forget about the middle in a year or two, and I've tried to figure out why that is. To me, it comes down to the skimpy chorus. Maybe I'm wrong, but I predict the skimpy chorus will rob the middle of the longevity it might otherwise have had, and that's a shame because the rest of the song is so well done. That's our take on the middle. Remember to let us know if you can think think of a song where the music and lyrics imitate each other and put that in the comments, or if there's anything else you want to say. Next week, Ariana Grande has no tears left to cry.
Right now, I'm in a state of mind. I wanna be in like all the time. Ain't got no tears left to cry.
Give it a listen and let's meet back here next week. See you next time! And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing makes you feel good inside, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel.